Alright, today we're working on the number one mistake in English. Students ask me this all the time. Why do we say the beach, but we say a beach blanket? How do we use a and the? Why do we say the bank, but we say an office? Right? It's crazy, right? How do we pronounce things that end with S, right? Do we say cats with a S sound, but we say frogs with a Z sound at the end? How do we know? So let's try it. We're going to start with a noun, cup. How do we make it plural? Can we do a plural? Yeah, we say 3 cups, and we have that S sound. It's possible. Or we say a few cups. We have many ways to do that. How about jar? We say jars. It has the Z sound. And we can do a plural. We could say my aunt's jars, the jars in my cabinet. You know, we can do that. Glass. We say, yeah, 2 wine glasses. Or a pair of glasses. And in that case we say glasses. It's an extra sound. So why do we do that? Basically, when we pronounce it, our throats are doing different things. If you feel your throat here, and you do jars, you hear sound here. But if you do cups, you hear it just here. And then you hear glasses, you hear glasses. It's an extra sound. So we have those 3 kinds of sounds that we do. Let's try another one. Money. 2 monies? Okay, something is not correct, and we say this one's wrong. Some nouns cannot be plural, so we can't add an S at the end. We can say $2, we could say 2 cents, but we can't say 2 monies, right? Let's look at those nouns. We have nouns like milk, money, air, homework, furniture, happiness, honesty. These are words that we can't count, right? And we call these non-count nouns. We could say some money, or a little bit of homework, or a lot of happiness. And that's how we can describe the amount, but we can't count them. We can't add an S at the end. How about a word like hair? It can be confusing. Yeah, we say, hey, I like your hair. When we look at this guy, nice hair. Or you could say, I got my hair cut. We don't add an S, right? It's non-count. But if we say a hair, maybe you're eating some noodles and you say, oh, there's a hair in my noodles. That's 1 hair. So sometimes there's a noun that can be non-count and countable, right? And it's just an unusual noun. The meaning is the really important part. Think about the meaning. What about a word like wine? We could say wine is delicious. What am I saying? Which wine? Whose wine? This one, wine is delicious, means all wine. It's a general noun. Or we could say, last night I drank wine. And English is a little bit crazy. In these situations, it's different. This one is all wine, and this one is some wine. But both sentences are correct. So in your life, you have to guess the meaning. Are we talking about all wine or just some wine? We have another one. Last night I drank a few glasses of wine. So in this case, we can count, right? A few. But we can't count wine. We can't say a few wine because wine is a non-count noun. So we could say a few glasses, because glasses, we know we can count. And these are 3 different sentences, all of them are correct. The meaning is the really important part. You have to always guess the meaning. How about this? I brought a bottle of wine. We can count 1 bottle. I opened the bottle. Now why do we use a here and we use the here? Here's the rule. The first time that you mention something, you use a, because you're introducing a bottle of wine. The second time, we already know the bottle, so we could say the bottle. Some words always use the, so they're unusual. We say, don't look at the sun. And we could say the sun because everybody already knows there's only one sun, and we say the sun. Let's go to the park. Now, in my neighborhood, there's one popular park. So when I say to my friend, let's go to the park, my friend understands 100%. Because he already knows the park. It means there's one. I'm in the kitchen. Now this is tradition. All of our rooms, we say the bathroom, the bedroom, the kitchen. Now many houses now have 2 bedrooms or 2 bathrooms or 2 kitchens even. But the tradition is we always use the. Because traditionally there's only 1 kitchen and maybe only 1 bathroom. So we say the kitchen, the bathroom. She's studying Buddhism. Now some words we use no article, nothing here. It's a name, and we can't use a or the. They're reporting from Tehran. For For places like cities and countries, we usually don't use the. We have some strange ones like the United States, that's a group, but usually we don't use the. So we've learned a little bit about plural nouns, singular nouns, count nouns, non-count nouns, and articles. But our website has a lot more practice, and it's not helpful to watch me do it. The best way is if you do it yourself. But first I want to review. Last time we did lesson 3, and I want to review that because, of course, we forget. And after a couple days, you've forgotten most of the skills that you practiced. The goal is to review, 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 so our skills are at 100%. Even 1 minute or 5 minutes of review will help you a lot. So last time we watched a video, it was a little boy brushing his teeth. And I got a great paragraph based on this video. Let's read it. In this video, there's a boy brushing his teeth. On the other hand, his mom's asking him to wash his face instead. However, he's not listening to her, but when she kept ordering him to wash his face, he put his toothbrush down, then washed his face. His mom started laughing at him because instead of washing his face, he washed his mouth. Okay, so this is a great paragraph, really nice writing. We had a great subject, verb, object kind of pattern. So there is a boy brushing his teeth. It describes what he's doing. His mom is asking him. It's present progressive. And then we have an object. And then to wash his face describes the action. However, he's not listening to her. But, and then it describes a time. He put, so it's subject, verb, his toothbrush, that's the object. Down tells us where. And we're using all of that. Last time we practiced using transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, to-object transitive verbs. And we also practiced using conjugated verbs. So we're using present progressive tense because we're watching the video and we're writing at the same time, so we use that present progressive. Great paragraph. I really enjoyed reading it. We also had a speaking activity, so I asked you guys to record your voices. And I showed you this kind of interesting picture. Tell me about these people. What did they do to prepare?
The picture represents 4 people who are dressed up in Gothic style. To do so, this morning they dyed hair in different color, black, red, or blonde. They also dressed up their hair in fashionable ways, dreadlocks, pointy or up in the air. They all had white makeup on their faces and wore black highlight and black lipsticks.
Alright, this was a great recording and I really enjoyed hearing the ED sounds like paired was a D sound that we practiced in our last lesson. Dressed is a T sound like we practiced. And again, dressed. And we can also practice using plurals, articles, count nouns, non-count nouns. So for example, when we say this picture or the picture, it's singular, so it should be represents. And that's also singular. We're going to learn about that in lesson 5. Things like lipstick. Lipstick is a non-count noun, so we shouldn't use an S. When we say costume, it should be costumes, because it's many people, right? 4 people. White shirt, we need to say a white shirt, because we're introducing it for the first time. A red coat, and then her black shirt is fine. And then again, costumes, black accessories. You can practice that, accessories. And a silver necklace, like umbrellas, or black gloves, or a black fan. So you can practice those ending sounds and articles. Alright, thanks for sending it. It was a great recording. If you didn't send a recording or a paragraph last time, you can do it today. We have a new video, we have a new picture. So over here you're going to find lesson 4. This is where you find review, learn, practice, create, and 100% review. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Have fun with the lesson, try your skills, use your skills, and I'll see you next time.